Welcome back to the Mindful Journal podcast. I'm Alexis, and today we are diving into something that we all encounter in life: challenges. So life isn't always a smooth ride. We know this. It's full of bumps, it's full of twists, turns, ups and downs, and all of these things that can leave us feeling drained or even discouraged. But here's the truth. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about how you respond to the challenges that life throws at you. Every thought you think is shaping you. The question is, are you shaping yourself into who you want to be? In this episode, we're going to explore how to build resilience through the power of your thoughts. It's not about pushing through without feeling or pretending everything's fine or toxic positivity. It's really about embracing challenges and then using them as opportunities for growth. How can we build resilience in the face of life's challenges? We all know that feeling of being overwhelmed. Whether it's a sudden setback, an unexpected change, or simply a moment when life feels like it's too much, we all face some kind of challenge in life. In those moments, it's easy to feel like we can't keep going. It's easy to feel like we want to give up. It's easy to feel like the weight of everything is just holding us down and holding us back. But what if I told you that resilience does not mean you have to power through every obstacle without flinching, right? Resilience isn't about being unshakable. It's about learning to bounce back, to move forward, even when it feels tough. It's about creating a mindset, catch that, it's about creating a mindset that allows you to face difficulty with confidence instead of fear. With confidence instead of fear. And that mindset begins with your thoughts. You see, every thought you think is shaping you, whether it's a negative thought or a positive one, right? Every thought that you have is shaping you in some way. So in the face of challenges, your resilience is built from the stories you tell yourself about your ability to cope, to overcome, or to even rise above. So let's go through this in about 4 steps. The first step, we're going to catch these negative thoughts in real time. The first step in building resilience is recognizing when those negative and self-limiting thoughts appear. So we all know that voice, the one inside that tells us we're not good enough, we're not strong enough, we're going to fail, we can't do this, right? In moments of hardship or stress, these thoughts, they just seem to kind of multiply, right? It's like they're attacking you and they're reinforcing these feelings of overwhelm. Here's the thing. Your mind is designed to look for danger and discomfort. When you face a challenge, it wants to protect you, but it can do so by leaning into negative thinking. And while that's natural, it doesn't serve you. So when you hear a voice saying, I can't handle this, I'll never get through this is too much, I'm overwhelmed, don't let it go unchallenged. Catch it in the moment. Pause, be self-aware, take a breath, and just notice. Acknowledge that thought as it comes up, but don't attach yourself to it. Don't let it define you. Simply say to yourself, I see you, but you don't have to control me. I see you, but you don't have to control me. This is where resilience starts. Not in avoiding the negative thoughts, but in becoming aware of them and choosing not to let them dictate your actions. Step 2, we're going to challenge those thoughts. Once you've caught those negative thoughts, the next step is to challenge them. It's time to ask yourself, is this thought actually helping me? Is it serving me? Think of it this way. If you tell yourself, I can't handle this, ask yourself, what evidence do I have that I can't? And when you look for the evidence, you'll often find a different story. You've overcome obstacles before, you've faced challenges in the past, and you've come out stronger on the other side. This is where resilience starts to take shape. Instead of letting fear and doubt rule the day, you choose to challenge the story your mind is telling you. Ask yourself, what if I'm stronger than I think? What if this challenge is an opportunity for me to grow? Start shifting the narrative from one of defeat to one of possibility. This isn't about pretending everything is okay or ignoring the struggle, right? That toxic positivity we mentioned in the beginning. But it's about acknowledging that even in difficulty, you have the ability to handle what comes your way. Step 3. We're going to reframe and rewrite the story. So we've challenged those negative thoughts. Now it's time to rewrite them. This is where you start to build real resilience. Instead of letting your thoughts limit you, you start using them to propel you forward. Rewriting your thoughts is not about just thinking positively. It's about actively changing the story you're telling yourself. For example, instead of thinking, I'm not strong enough to do this, rewrite it to, I have the strength to get through this, even if it feels hard right now. Instead of thinking I'm going to fail, rewrite it to, failure is part of the journey and I can learn and grow from it. The more you do this, the more you'll train your brain to respond with resilience. You'll no longer get stuck in a cycle of defeat. You're actively changing the way you think, and that change will begin to reflect the way you act and feel. Step 4. Last step, peeps. Speak to yourself with compassion. As we build resilience, one of the most important elements is speaking to yourself with love, grace, and compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself. We are our own worst critics at times, especially when we're feeling like we're not measuring up, right? You might think, I should be handling this better. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I should be so much further ahead. But here's the truth. Resilience is not about being perfect. It's about accepting your imperfections and still moving forward with strength. When you're facing difficulty, be kind to yourself. Recognize the challenge. Acknowledge how hard it is. And show yourself some grace. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a friend who's going through a tough time. Remind yourself that you're doing the best you can, and that's enough. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't have to be unbreakable. Resilience comes from showing up for yourself, even when things are difficult. So we're going to move into our journal prompt. Grab your journal, notebook, phone, notes app. Take a moment and reflect on the thoughts that you've been carrying, even just over this past week. I want you to write down one negative thought, just one, that has been holding you back. I want you to challenge it, ask yourself if it's true, and rewrite it into something more empowering. Finally, write down how you'll use that new belief to move forward with resilience. So, what are you building? Every thought, every word, every action you take is shaping who you are becoming. The more you choose to believe in your strength, the more you choose to believe in your resilience and your ability to overcome, the more empowered you'll feel in facing life's challenges. Remember, resilience is not about being perfect or invulnerable or unshakable. It's about embracing your imperfections, learning from your setbacks, and rising stronger every time. You've got everything inside you to handle whatever comes your way. Thank you for being here today. I'm proud of you for showing up and doing the work to build your resilience. Keep journaling, keep breathing, and I'll see you soon.